Alright, those of you guys want to know how to adjust the main fuel, it's real easy. First, hydraulic head, fuel density compensator. This right here is your main fuel adjustment. You will have, on most of them, if it hasn't been screwed with already, you'll have this little cover on it. Depth perception's off through the camera. It sits on there, 2 bolts through it. It's usually safety wired. If it's not safety wired, it's been into before. You'll need a 1/2-inch wrench that is ground down really thin enough that it will just catch the inner nut, not the outer nut. You need to hold the inner nut solid to break loose the outer jam nut, which I've already done just for ease of doing this video. So you hold the inner one solid, don't let it move, break this one loose, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Back it off just a little, put some space between the two. Then you can take your inner wrench and turn this way. You want to tighten it. So what you're doing is you're pulling this center threaded rod out of the FDC. And when you pull it out, what you're doing is you're moving this entire fuel plate forward, which allows the armature with the smoke cam and the droop screw on it to come forward. And of course it's all the way back right now because this pump is trashed. But that moves your entire range of fuel up when you adjust just the main fuel. It doesn't differentiate between your low range and your high range. It just moves them both at the same time. When you adjust droop and smoke cam independently, you can turn just your low end fuel up or just your high end, or separate them farther. When I adjust fuel, and granted this is at sea level with injectors in good shape, no other problems, good fuel filters, and a working lift pump in the tank. You have to do all that first to get good results, otherwise you're pissing in the wind. I put a boost gauge on the trucks, a boost gauge only. I adjust the main fuel to where the boost will max out no more than 8 pounds under a load in 5th gear. Once you get it set to that, come back, remove your FDC, take a 7/16 wrench, loosen this nut, and turn your smoke cam up. Angle it up a few clicks at a time. That's going to take a little trial and error and a couple of test drives. With a D-turbo, doing that, your boost should max out at 15 to 18 PSI, preferably 15, and you'll be at a safe EGT no matter what you're doing. Boost and EGT are directly correlated. So you stay at no more than 15, 16 pounds with a D-turbo, and I'd say 12 pounds with a Whistler. You're going to be in the safe EGT range and you're not going to melt anything. I've done my own trucks, I've done a bunch of people's other people's trucks this way, and I've never had anybody melt a piston with my fuel adjustments. So that's just a simple explanation as to how I do that. Once again, I suggest putting a pyrometer on your truck before you turn the fuel up, because every truck, every motor, every pump is a little different. It's just safer for you in the long run. I'm not going to take responsibility if you burn your motor up. So with that, I'll move on and I'll make another video on some other stuff. Thanks.